Hey, so I got kind of bored today, had really nothing planned, so I decided I'd do an EDC video because I know a lot of people like watching them. I changed it up quite a bit. I really have nothing really set, but for a couple months at a time, I'll find something I like and I'll stick with it. But guess I'll just start at the top. I'm always running around in a ball cap. I use one of the Condor hats, one of the mesh backing. I love this thing. It's the best ball cap I've ever had in my life. I don't know the branding, but I've got a black American flag PVC morale patch. I've had this about 3 years, so it's kind of faded from being washed a lot. But I love it dearly. You'll really never catch me out in town without my red head button down. I use it for concealment. It's a thicker gauge cotton, so if it gets cold, I live in Montana. I can roll sleeves down, button them up, and be pretty warm. If I get hot, I can roll sleeves up. I'm pretty comfortable. But I'm 6'1", wear a size large shirt, so I have to wear large, tall, and these fit beautifully. They're very long, so they really help with concealment. And underneath them, I'll either wear a plain white t-shirt. A lot of the time I'll wear a grunt style shirt, usually black. Black's my favorite color. I pretty much conceal carry all the time. I'll go through that last because I changed that up quite a bit. My pocket knife of choice, though, because I'll never be caught without one, is my Microtech Ultratech with the Hellhound blade. It's the Chinese knockoff I got on Wish for $30. It's not the real thing, because it's a cheap knockoff, but I love it. Just like everybody else, I've got my keys. Got my fire department number from when I was firefighting on a really nice leather key fob made by Pate's Leather in Conway, Arkansas. Next thing I got is a dollar store comb. I usually have a mullet. Now that I quit the fire department, I don't have to look as professional. I've always got a mullet and a ponytail running around like a half-wit. But like every other man, I suppose, I always carry a wallet. I can't tell you what brand it is. I've had this thing for over 10 years. I got it when I was a kid from my great-grandmother. And I've got your standard wallet crap in there. I mean, I've got my driver's license, my old fire department ID. I don't know why I still carry that. Debit card and CPR card and all that crap. I don't carry cash because it's 2022. Nobody knows what that is anymore. I carry a olive drab tube scarf. I love these things because they've got so many uses. This one is a Buff brand, and I love it because it's hollow, so you can use it as a headband, a mask. If you have to, Lord forbid, you can stretch it out like this, slip it over someone's arm or leg or whatever, use a metal pen or sharpie or a stick or whatever, stick it up under there. You can use it as a makeshift tourniquet if you have to. They work pretty decent for that. I always carry my Streamlight Stylus Pro. I love this thing. I only have one complaint after carrying this for about 3-4 years. The button is pretty stiff. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was somewhere in the ballpark of 75 to 80 lumens. But I mean, it's plenty bright enough for what you're doing. Everyday carry. I carry a Sharpie because I write on a lot of odd things. I'm a STA for a hospital, and inevitably I'm writing down patient information or names, room numbers, whatever, on any random thing. So a Sharpie really comes in handy. I prefer the fine point. And I don't know the exact make, but it's a Bic pen with one of the caps, and I love it. Very, very reliable, writes beautifully. Next thing I've got, unfortunately I have to move this around a bit. I always carry Apple brand earbuds. I don't care much for Apple phones. I've always used Android. I've had one Apple phone, didn't care much for it. But the earbuds are spot on. I love them. And last thing in my pockets is the Leatherman Raptor Gen 2s. These are the ones with the aluminum handles. I freaking love these things. They're a little pricey for trauma shears, but they will cut anything. I mean, if you get trapped in a car, I'm pretty sure you could cut the door off with the darn things. Other than that, that's pretty much all I carry in my pockets. When it comes to firearms, I'll carry anything from super lightweight to pretty heavy. Today, I decided to go lightweight. I'm going with my Taurus 856 Ultralight 38 Special. I put Uncle Mike's checkered rubber grips on it. They're discontinued from what I understand. I got them on eBay, used, $20. I love them. I'm sure someone will want to know. I use Hornady Critical Defense. I can't remember the weight on these, but they're plus P's. They're pretty stout. But I use that. And then the Azula pancake holster, open top. So it's easy, you just grab it, draw, and fire. If I want something with a little more capacity, decent firepower, but still lightweight, I'll carry my Taurus G3C in an MFT holster. And since these are my carry guns, if I'm not carrying them on my person, I'll keep them condition 3, full magazine, empty chamber, locked up in the gun safe until I put them on my person. Then I'll rack around in the chamber. I don't plus one them. I don't think that's a great idea. It's horrible for your magazine springs. But I love this little thing. It's very nice. I put True Glow HD night sights on them. I love them. They've got tritium inserts in them. They're very nice. I plan on eventually putting a Olight micro light on there. I can't remember the make and model of, or the model number, but I love this thing. My only complaint with this was, well, two complaints. The stippling from the factory was horrendous. It was great if you are just using it as a range gun. It's not moving in your hand. But it was a finer grit, and it was extremely sharp. So after about 100 rounds, it would chafe your hands up real bad. And if you carried it inside the waistband without an undershirt, it would rub your skin off to the bone. And if you did use an undershirt, it would rip it to shreds and ruin it. So don't know how well this will come across. I used my soldering iron and I stippled it. And then to make sure it wasn't too rough, I got 320 grit sandpaper, if I remember correctly, and just lightly ran over it. So, I mean, it's still plenty grippy, but it doesn't tear your shirt up, doesn't tear your skin, but you still get a fantastic purchase on it. Now, I wanted some flush fit magazines, and I couldn't really find any because the magazines have a little pinky extension on them. Oh, and I forgot to mention I carry the backup just in my pocket right there. But the other one, I took a razor blade and I trimmed it down flush and then sanded it. But it fits very nicely. I've got size medium hands, medium large around that area, but I get a beautiful purchase on it. I can grip it very nicely and have plenty of control. And if I'm going out hiking, whatever, I'm going to be out in the woods camping, or if I just want something kind of stupid and kind of overpowered for daily carry, I'll carry a full-size 1911. Right now, I've got my Chip McCormick 10-round magazine in there because this is my dresser gun. But I haven't made too many modifications to this. I got rid of the guide rod. I put a crap, what was the name? Fusion Firearms standard government plug in there. I had a 20-pound increased recoil spring, but I was having trouble with bullet setback. It just didn't really care for that. It was slamming them into the feed ramp a little too hard. I did a basic trigger job on it, just took it apart, cleaned it, polished it up real nice, and it is beautiful. It's a freaking match trigger. But it breaks like glass. I love it. Other than that, I painted the front sight red, a little bit of nail polish, and I bored the rear sight out with a chainsaw file so that I have a nice wide open sight picture. Not too wide. I can still make accurate shots. I can still hit a paper plate at about 50 yards with this if I do my part. But I can pick it up very quickly. I mean, it just goes right to the sights. I mean, I can pick them up very nicely. The load I would like to carry in this would be Hornady Critical Duty plus piece. I can't find them. The only thing I found locally was Norma monolithic hollow points. They're okay, but those bullets aren't seated all that tight in the casing, so if you rack around in there, just unless you do it just right, you're going to get bullet setback on them, and I hate that. So it is what it is, I suppose. I've gone over this. I've got other videos. I use the Blackhawk Serpent holster for this. And I'll carry 2 backup magazines in a Tactical Performance mag pouch. Just a little Academy $10 mag pouch. It's actually lasts pretty well. I actually enjoyed it. These are unloaded for right now, but I carry SIG magazines. They're really nice. I think they're kind of overpriced just because the feed lips are a little thin for my liking. I prefer Kit McCormick or Metgar. But I picked these up for $10 at a pawn shop, practically unused. I mean, you can't argue with that. $30 magazine, you get 2 of them for 10. I mean, you can't beat that, really. They're great, though. The springs in them are fantastic. They're phenomenal. I've had that thing loaded, those magazines loaded for like 2-3 months at a time. They hadn't lost any spring pressure. If they do, you can take them apart, stretch them out a bit, put them back together, and you're set. Not all magazines will do that, though. I don't recommend that. Oh, and the 9mm. I use Hornady Critical Duty. Again, my favorite round. Couldn't find Critical Duty 38 Special. I found Critical Defense, though. It's close enough. But, phenomenal round. The bullet geometry just loads into so many chambers effortlessly. I love it. Oh, yeah, my watch. I carry a Timex Expedition analog watch with a light up back face. I don't know how well that comes across, but I love it. Doing medical work if we have a monitor that's being kind of finicky or anything like that, and for whatever reason we need to take a heart rate manually, it works phenomenal for that. And then any other thing, really, I prefer analog. Band is nylon Velcro. It's very nice, comfortable. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, my pants. For now, I'm wearing these Dickies or Carhartt. Dickies duck canvas carpenter jeans, like 20 bucks at Walmart. I mean, they're amazing. I love them. They're a little tight in certain areas. Let's just put it like that. They're supposed to be flex canvas. They don't flex as much as I'd like to, but I've got pretty thick thighs for how I'm built. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm probably going to go back to wearing my 511 Tac Light EMS pants I used to wear on the fire department all the time. I loved them dearly. They were great. As for the belt, I can't tell. It's a Walmart stretch leather belt. It's nice. It's comfortable. I don't remember what brand it is, though. And the boots, because I don't wear shoes. I run around in the black Ariat Patriots all the time. I've had these things for about 3 years. I can't imagine how many miles they've got on them. They used to say Ariat on the bottom of them. They're rounded off, wore down so bad. But these boots are amazing. Real comfortable. You can work in them all day. I've worked countless 10-hour shifts on my feet at the hospital. No issues with them. They've got so many holes inside of them. But you put a little bit of cheap black shoe polish on them, shine them up with a horsehair brush. They look brand new. I love them. And they're pretty affordable. Last I checked, they're about $160. But I mean, that's about it. That's all I can think of. That's all the crap I carry with me everywhere on a regular basis. I will probably end up doing a vehicle EDC video one of these days. I don't know. I'd probably forget about it. But that's pretty much all the stuff I carry. I used to carry a backpack, a little sling pack with me everywhere. I called it my man purse. That kind of phased out. I never really used anything out of it. But y'all have a good one. Be safe and take care.